Hey everyone. So I have had my Resiners Air Purifier for, almost a year now, I think. And I did do a previous video on it. But in my previous video, I had it sitting over here. And I actually sit in a chair here and work on my projects. So I've learned a few things about it since. And one of the weird things that happened was I was sitting here working on a project and I was using those chameleon flakes from Let's Resin. And as I was getting them out, they were flying over my shoulder over here because of the suction from it. And I thought, well, that's stupid. So I'm sitting here and the stuff, the resin and everything else, the fumes are going into my face, even though I do wear a respirator, but going over here. So I thought, well, I need to move it. And the original reason why I had it there was because of the plug situation. These are what my two outlets looked like. My husband said they look like a fire hazard. So he had put up these strips in the garage and I said, why don't we put those somehow in the room so that I can have the plugs up higher and then I don't have to keep everything plugged in all the time, because otherwise I have to plug it in, I get down on my hands and knees, crawl under and figure out what needs to be plugged in and what needs to come out. This way, if they're on top, I can see everything at once. So he ended up putting two long strips, one attached to each of the tables, so they are not attached to the wall, so it won't leave a mess. And if we move the table, the strips will come with it. So they're really nice. I got them on Amazon. So since I've had the air purifier over here and closer to everything that I'm working on, I've really been trying to notice what is causing it to go off and, what creates VOCs in the air. So here are some of the things that I've noticed. After I brought the air purifier closer to my workspace, I noticed that once I started mixing this resin, and this is a VOC-free resin, but once I started mixing it, it did go up a little bit, not significantly, but enough to show that some VOCs are released during the mixing and curing process. And after I finished, covered it, the Resiners Air Purifier quickly removed the VOCs from the room and went back down to 0.05. So I thought that was pretty quick. It was within 3 minutes. I went out to the garage with it to test some spray paint, because spray paint really bothers my nose, and if I forget to wear a respirator, my nose actually gets raw inside. So I wanted to see what the VOC levels were in the garage with all of the doors open. So it started out at 0.05, just like inside. And here I am with my respirator on, spraying some green spray paint on the Christmas trees that I made the other day. And honestly, within seconds of me spraying it, you can see the detector going on. See it, how it turned red? And I'm going to show you around. Here it is. It's 5.7. 5.8. So I mean, that's a significant spike. You really shouldn't be breathing that in at all. You need to wear a respirator. So, and then I wanted to show you here that I do have all of the doors open in the garage, even with that on. So, but it really only took about 5 minutes for the room to clear. And you can see at the end here, it turns to green. There are just so many things that we do every day with resin and other chemicals that we don't realize the VOCs that it puts out into the air and what we're breathing in. And the other day I hadn't put the tape on the back of this Christmas tree, and it had all these little resin bumps on it. So I was using my heat gun to get the resin bumps off. And then all of a sudden the air purifier turned orange and then red, and when I looked at it, the VOC levels had gone up just from me heating up that little bit of resin. Well, it was probably heating up the resin on the other side too by doing that. You really do need to wear a respirator when heating resin like that, and use your purifier. So to turn it on, you just push that button, and it's pretty much always reads 0.053. This, you have a Celsius and Fahrenheit button. I don't know why it's on Celsius. It's 69 degrees in the room now. 43% humidity, and you have a timer that you can put on for however many hours you want. It will automatically shut off. There's an auto button, and when it's on auto, it runs at low fan speed. And if it detects VOCs, it will go increase the fan speed to increase the suction. You can adjust the fan speed yourself. It has 1, 2, 3 levels. I'll put it back down. You can change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Your filter indicator is right there, and in a minute, if you want to see how you change the filter, I will also include that in this video. So it's really a very, very simple machine. So anyway, Resiners just released this paper called the Clear Space White Paper Report, and it talks about what's happening in the air during while you're using resin. It talks about how the air quality changes when you're using resin. It talks about what makes the Resiners Air Purifier more effective than other air purifiers. It talks about why general air purifiers don't work. There's actually a video showing the air purifier, the Resiners Air Purifier in a cube with resin, and then one with a different air purifier, and then also one without an air purifier, showing the air, how the air quality changes with a monitor. And the thing is, with the regular air purifiers, I guess they can store up all the pollutants, but they cannot break them down like the Resiners does. So I am not an expert on air purifiers. I am not a resin expert by any means. I am a retired registered nurse, and I know that our health is very, very important. So that's why I use the Resiners Air Purifier. They have a great Black Friday deal now. I will leave a link directly under my video, and you can check that out. It comes up one price, but then when you go to the cart, it actually reduces the price again. So if you're interested in all, you can check that out. I am a glass and resin artist. I've been doing it for about 4 years now. I am not by any means an expert with that either, but I'm learning as I go, and the people who watch me are learning as they go. We have an amazing Facebook group, a very talented group, displaying some beautiful artwork, and they are so supportive and so helpful. If you want to come check us out over there, they are happy to answer any questions. I'm also happy to answer any questions that you might have. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel and haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. So my Resiners Air Purifier needed a new filter, and the reason I knew it needed a new filter is the filter indicator light was flashing red. You can see it flashing off and on red right there. And the way that you change the filter is, of course, to order a new one and then shut your machine off. There's a handle on the top back that you grab onto and twist it counterclockwise. Pull up on it, and there's an interior plug. You just unplug that, set it to the side, and then this is the box that the new filter comes in. So remove the new filter, set that aside, take the old filter off, vacuum up any debris that might be down in the bottom, put the new filter in, put the top back on by grabbing it from the handle in the back. And you have to again plug in the interior plug. Then it will snap on, and then you do one twist to the right and it will click into place. The light will come on for a minute, but then it will shut back off. To reset the filter indicator light, just push down on the fan for several seconds and it will turn back to white, and you're good to go again.